got lights in the rock, so then it kind of lights up. I'm gonna try to hide the wire, but something like that, right? Over here, you guys remember Captain Mutiny when he had the captives digging up the treasure? So these came from a pet store for like an aquarium, little jewels, and then I took like these little tiny cup things. So you could paint those and then you put the jewels in if you want to have a little Captain Mutiny display. So maybe I'll do like more trees, kind of like jungly, like this could be Marinoy. This is such a shame. Like look at how good the villains were for Lost Galaxy. Look at the size of him for one thing, and just that's fantastic. They only did 2. That's really too bad. I wish we'd gotten more villains, especially when they were looking like this. Look at that. That's really quite a figure. And back in the old days, all the villains usually had an action feature as well.
Defend the galaxy!
I can't believe that still works.
Defend the galaxy!
Alright, how about a new trivia? In Power Rangers Lost Galaxy, who was the first Ranger to pull the Quasar Saber? Hey guys, feeling a little bit better now. Who was the first Ranger that pulled the Quasar Saber? Not the color, but the actual name of the Ranger, because it's a little bit of a trick question. I think most of you guys will get it, but it's, you know. So anyway, if I were better with LEDs, I would love to have, so I got the lights in here, so it looks like glowing inside the rock. But I wish it could be like yellow, green, red, blue, pink. Anyway, for now, this is just what I had handy. And it's a pretty cool effect. These little lights I got at Michael's. The Quasar Saber rock thing here, that was actually foam from our television box. All right, let's get on with it. All right, well, I made a good mess in here. It's coming along though. I'm probably gonna put another shelf and move everything down. It's incredible what some of these toys used to look like. I remember being so annoyed at all the missing paint on this. But man, just look at the paint. Like they got all of his fingers. Look at this. Look at the sword. So I just went outside and I collected some leaves. These are really hard to find right now, believe it or not. And some sticks. And I put it in the magic bullet, or whatever this thing is. One of those things. So this could, oh no, I've lost my precious ground cover. Oh, like you could do something like that for like a kind of a forest floor. It's not done, but you know, you get the idea. You'll want to glue that down, of course. I actually did manage to find some moss, so that's good for like on the rock. It's coming along, right? I'm thinking about putting some LEDs at the tips here, maybe in his armor. You guys remember what I did with Blue Centurion. So I have his chest lighting up. These cheapy little candle things, they're so dim. So I ordered something better, so it'll look like there's fire in there. I've managed to fit all the Mighty Morphins on one shelf. This is not a final anything, of course, because I don't want it to look this crowded. I'll build it up in the back and see if I can get them to all be on there. If not, then I'll take a couple bad guys out. You could do like a little Forever Red display if you still have your Beetleborgs. I guess it doesn't matter if it's the exact same 5, if you don't have, I know some of these are harder to find than others, but Shadowborg's not hard to find. You could probably find him on eBay for pretty cheap. There's also a figure art version, which is really nice. Have you guys seen that? If you can find 5 Beetleborg figures, then you could do a pretty good Forever Red display if you have all the reds, of course. There are 10 Red Rangers, and there are 5 Beetleborgs, Machine Empire Generals, whatever you'd want to call them. Each General can get 2 Red Rangers, and this is actually how it was in Forever Red, so you can kind of pair them up. Mighty Morphin and Wild Force with Shadowborg here, Time Force and Zeo, Alien and Quantum, In Space and Lightspeed Rescue, and Lost Galaxy and Turbo. That's pretty cool, right? Alright, trivia answers. A lot of you guys were telling me his name was Levi or Aiden. His name is Krang. That is definitely Krang with his guitar sword. Definitely Krang. So a lot of you guys got that wrong. There is nothing wrong with Brody's rubber chicken. However, the fact that the toilet he's sitting on is winking, that's pretty weird. So I would say that that is incorrect. And then it's not Ripcon or Lloyd. His name is Harry. So a lot of you guys got those wrong. I'm surprised. And also the mistake over here was, this is Lunar Wolf. And Levi goes there. I'm of course kidding, yes, his name is Ripcon. Gold Ranger wasn't initially meant to be a trick question because his name is Levi Weston. That's how he introduced himself, that was his stage name. Then of course we do find out that he's Brody's brother Aiden, which I think we all saw coming from the first episode. But after that was established, he went right back to Levi, and even in the super season, he's still Levi, so either one is acceptable. All right, I think that answers all the trivia, right? Now, just had an avalanche over here. I've still got a long way to go. You guys can see. I'm doing it this way, so we've got Mighty Morphin. This will be season 2, leading into the movie. Season 3/Alien Rangers. Zeo. Over here will be Turbo. Over here we've got In Space. I don't know if I'm gonna leave the turtles yet. It's kind of fun though, right? Then after In Space is Lost Galaxy. Lightspeed Rescue over here. And then it is time for Time Force. Power Rangers Wild Force. And here's another trivia question. This is Master Org. But before he became Master Org, what was his name? Was he Dr. Lawrence Adler, Dr. Kenneth Adler, Dr. Richard Adler, Dr. Victor Adler, or Dr. Robert Adler? One of those is really his name. And then look at this Princess Shayla figure they did. Isn't that crazy? I don't think the camera wants to focus, but this is a really shimmery, sparkly dress that she's got on. Look, that's like a really good likeness of her. I wish we could have gotten a Rita that looked like Rita. I really do. Maybe we still will, but you know, we'll see. Then over here we've got Power Rangers Ninja Storm, the first Disney season. And here's my foam trick again with the wire, if you want to have something floating. So this was the first New Zealand official totally Disney season. Then we have Dino Thunder. Good, I called it Thunder, not Charge. I wish they wouldn't do like Ninja Storm, Ninja Steel, Dino Charge, Dino Thunder. It's very easy to mix them up, but anyway. Then over here we've got SPD. I love the SWAT. Those look fantastic. Don't love what they did with the bad guys. We just got one body, and then we got like these pieces that go on depending on what figure you want them to become, but it's really cool that you can pose them like that too. Then over here, we've got Power Rangers Mystic Force. And then these figures, these are fantastic.
Gotcha!
He talks. So these, just pull the helmet off like that, and they can hold the helmet, and you could swap it for their civilian head. Isn't that fantastic? This is the only season that ever did that. And we had flip heads, but never where you could just take the helmet off. So that's unique to Mystic Force. Then over here, you can see I really need those lights. We've got Operation Overdrive. Maybe I'll do kind of like a lava set, maybe? And then Overdrive did give us a couple more characters, which was nice. We got Moltor, Sentinel Knight, we got Chillers, and then, what was his name? Jefferson? I think his name was Jefferson. Am I right? Pretty sure I'm right, that's Jefferson. But correct me if I'm wrong. But like we got Moltor, no lava lizards, and we got Chillers and no Flurious, but look at this. Or listen to this, I should say.
Take that, Flurious!
That just kind of rubs it in, right?
Take that, Flurious!
There's no Flurious to take that! And down here we've got Power Rangers Jungle Fury. I wish they had made more bad guys. And then Power Rangers RPM. Is this the first season to ever give us one bad guy? At least it was a grinder, so you can have a couple of them, but one bad guy? Seriously? These were great figures, too, and they gave us so many accessories. I have a lot of nice things to say about this season, but one bad guy? Okay, it's time to shrink. Now it's time for Power Rangers Samurai. So teeny. And we've got Power Rangers Megaforce. And the figures get a little bit bigger. We've got Super Megaforce over here. Down here we have Michelangelo and Pink in Space and Dino Charge. Gotta find the rest of the villains. They're in the garage somewhere. Ninja Steel over here. And then I don't know what's going on down here. This is gonna be Beast Morphers next year. And then over here we've got Forever Red. I don't know if that's temporary. I kind of love it now, so I'll find a place for Forever Red. Maybe I could even put it up here or something. Could even do the movies down here. This could be the original movie, and this could be the 2017 movie. I could have, and then of course, you know, future seasons. And if I wanted to expand, there's still more room on this wall that could be more shelving. All right, actually, one more trivia question. In Power Rangers Time Force, Wes's dad is Mr. Collins, Sir, Dad. But do we ever find out his first name? Some people say it's Albert. That's actually the actor's name. Maybe it also was Albert on the show, but who can name the episode where we find out that it is indeed Albert? Edward Albert Lawrence was the actor that played Mr. Collins. So I don't know if someone saw the actor's name and saw the first initial A and decided it was Albert. Can anybody confirm? Don't just Google it and say, oh yeah, it's Albert, because it might not be. I don't think he had a first name, right? I mean, I'm sure he did, but I don't think we ever found out what it was. And I love those suits. And those. I don't know which one I prefer more. every season did some things really well and some things where you're just like, Bandai, what happened here? We never got Solaris Knight, and I really tried to have an American-only shelf, like my Zord wall was almost entirely Sentai, but we never got a Solaris Knight figure, so that came from Japan. They made so many figures of Solaris Knight, and none were screen accurate. They were all like these weird, you guys remember those? And here are a couple more things that I was trying to work in, but I don't think there's room. If I ever had like some outrageous budget to do like a Power Ranger display, you know, I would just use everything. I really wanted to work that in. I don't think it fits. Maybe if I take the turtles out, maybe I could put this in for in space. Like this actually was used on the show. Is this the TF Eagle? This is from Time Force, but it was not on the show. This was, and all the Rangers can actually stand on here, just like you saw on TV. And then it's a Nerf thing. It'll shoot. Oh, can I work this in? I like this. Pretty much had an entire episode devoted to selling this toy. I'll leave that here for now. Maybe I can still work that in when I start to build it up, but this doesn't have a whole lot of room. I should probably end this video. We're working on some more creative videos now that I'm getting better. Oh, and then back to Wild Force. We've got the only vehicle capable of defeating Serpentera. I'm gonna have a lot of things to unbend. Look at his staff. That's not right. So I'll fix that. Oh! Mike pushed Jaden. I saw it. I got it on video. Got these Automorphin turbo figures. Maybe I could work them in somewhere too. Did you guys see? I think Blake is starting YouTube vlogs now. I'll put a link in the description if anybody wants to check it out. I really wish they would do more civilian stuff. I really do. I'll try to work those in. So I've got all 5 for those 2. Yeah, I can go up there somewhere, right? This will look a lot nicer once everything is done, of course. As is, I'm not quite proud of it yet, but it's coming along. I could even fit one of those glass IKEA shelves here if I wanted to, or I could move everything down and have more space going down that way. And then in here, the majority of the boxes in here are Power Rangers. Not all of them, but most of them.
You're saying too many Power Rangers?
I'm saying not nearly enough Power Rangers. Needs more Power Rangers.
I don't know about that.
Are you sure?
99%.
Look at all this empty space here. That could all be Power Rangers, Jerry.
Or some of these boxes over here could go there.
And then we could put more Power Rangers over here.
I guess we can think about it.
We'll definitely think about it. You guys are funny. I certainly appreciate everybody that has a sense of humor. Alright, I'm gonna end here. So thank you guys for watching. Please subscribe if you haven't. I will always be back soon with many good videos. And good night.